across to Kisumu, where the Kenya Wildlife Service is conducting a public participation forums on the review of conservation fees. This is the second session after one held in Nairobi last week. Well, now we shall be linking up with our reporter Wycliffe Okech for more details. Wycliffe, kindly bring us to speed.
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Jackie Ombiru, back in Nairobi. It is, of course, one of the many forums that the Kenya Wildlife Service is intending to hold as a way of public participation for the review of their conservation fees that they're planning to effect. And you see, these are a requirement of the law. Anything that touches on review to do with these public facilities, that is a requirement by the law to have public participation done. And after the one done in Nairobi on 30th of January 2023, now this is the second, and it's just one of the many forums that the KWS is intending to hold. And with me here is Assistant Senior Director for the Western Region Conservative Unit, Director Catherine Wambani, just to talk to us about what has necessitated the review and also some of the gritty questions that I will pose to her. Welcome. This is KBC to our lunchtime news, and just basically, in a short way, what has necessitated this forum and who are in that hall participating in that public participation forum?
Thank you, KBC. We're happy. Today we're having our second public forum regarding the conservation fees for our protected areas, our national parks, national reserves, and the sanctuaries in Kenya. The conservation fees review is facilitated by the need for us to respond to the change in seasons, the seasonality. And there's the need to make our parks, reserves, and our sanctuaries more attractive, and therefore the change in the fees that are chargeable is necessitated by that. We're also looking at reviewing the fees as a way of supporting the tourism industry, because the environment is dynamic, and there's therefore that need to respond to the dynamics of the business in the tourism industry. We also are looking at encouraging and enhancing domestic tourism, and the seasonality of the fees will then allow our visitors to be able to visit the parks throughout the year instead of just limiting themselves. The other reason why we are reviewing the park fees is to raise the profile of our national parks, our reserves, and our sanctuaries. Our wildlife resource is prime, and its profile needs to be raised, and so this is the reason we are doing that, and therefore put the parks as a premium destination.
Well, if I may just cut you short on the reasons, if you look at the Western region, those are natural, the forests within the Western region. We have the Impala Sanctuary just down here, and also at Ruma National Park back in Homa Bay, there is a menace of the sea supply. What is actually the position of the service in regard to addressing the problem of sea supply menace and also the issue of encroachment of wetlands?
We have challenges in our parks in the Western Conservation Area. Fly is an issue in Ruma National Park. I know we have a wetland, Kisumu Impala. We also have a wetland, Saiwa Swamp National Park, and we have several other wetlands that are less known. Ondago as a swamp, in Homa Bay. We have Lake Simbi where the flamingos go. Our approach to the management of these challenges is partnerships, collaboration with the stakeholders, with communities. We cannot do it alone. We cannot single-handedly manage these challenges. And so we're reaching out to communities, to stakeholders, in a multi-agency approach to address these challenges. That's what we're doing for now.
One of the questions that was raised in that panel was how the service can partner with the schools also as a way of maximizing returns from the visits by the school-going children.
Schools are key to us. In schools, we have the future. We have the present conservationists, and we have the future. Our collaboration with the schools is directly, but we also have the Wildlife Clubs of Kenya, the government agency that is charged with conservation education, and we partner with them in engaging the schools to collaborate in conservation activities. But we are also out there, through the agricultural shows in Kenya and directly with the communities to engage the schools that are beyond the Wildlife Clubs of Kenya membership. The tertiary institutions, the secondary schools, the colleges. And our aim here is to get the youth to be involved in compatible conservation activities and also to get their attitude to support wildlife conservation in this country, because this is our present, this is our future.
Thank you so much. Wambiru, that is Catherine Mambani talking to us about the whole issue of forest conservation. You say that is, she says that is a way, one of the forum that is currently underway here at Tomboya Labour College is one of the many forums that the service intends to carry out throughout the country as a means of public participation for the review that they're intending to effect, and that is necessitated, like you've heard from her, that is necessitated by the fact that there is need to actually promote tourism also within the country, and also to get school-going children also to participate in this whole issue of forest conservation. While this is the participation is still underway, and we'll keep monitoring all that is going on in that forum, and the details of that will come to our viewers subsequently in our coming bulletins. For now, let me just hand it back to you so that you can continue with that bulletin. Wambiru.